Hello and welcome to one of your exclusive Coastal News Podcast anniversary special episodes. Sophie and I want to take a quick moment just to thank you all for your support and for listening to us this past 12 months and of course being part of our podcast family. We couldn't do it without you. We hope you continue to enjoy this as much as we do.
Hello and welcome to day 2 of the anniversary specials for Coastal News Podcast. And today we are having in conversation with Sai. Hello, Sai.
Hi.
Hello. So,
you okay?
Anybody that's not been listening, I'm just going to give them a little bit of a recap about who you are. They should know. They should know who you are. But, just in case anybody's been a bit of a Justin out there. So you are Home and Away super fan. Now turned super host of Coastal News Podcast, which, may I say, is the best unofficial Home and Away podcast that is out there.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. And I'm allowed to say that because I used to be a listener and, I used to listen to you. And now, obviously, I'm on the podcast with you. But in my opinion, it is the best unofficial Home and Away podcast.
I'm much improved since you came along.
Oh, bless you. I don't believe you for a minute.
And also less of like the super host because literally we bumble our way most weeks.
I do, but you actually sound like you know what you're doing. I'm trying to pick up some vibes off you. Trying to work out what I'm doing now.
Well, when you launch your spin-off podcast, you let me know and I'll come
sure.
be on it.
Oh, not a chance. So what we should say really is happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary and congratulations on your milestone, your 1 year happy birthday milestone of Coastal News Podcast.
Yes, a very fast year. Thank you. And to you too. I know, but contributions vast.
I've come in at the last minute. You've been here for the whole year, doing this.
So, but I've told you, we just forget about it. It's pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, it's post-over.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. It's a lot of
you seem to like it.
Yes, yeah, I do. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, brilliant. But it's not about me today. It's about you. So, So let's talk. I've got some questions for you about Home and Away in general, obviously, because that's why we're here. But I've got some questions first about the podcast. So I'm going to start with those. So why did you decide to start the podcast?
These are good questions. Very Wogan, this, you know your stuff. Question one, Wogan, with the big guns.
Legend, can't believe that.
Why did I start? So, as you've mentioned, super fan of Home and Away. Okay, and nowadays we're all pretty much spread over the world, like especially soap operas.
Yeah.
Home and Away to a lesser extent because it is so international, I guess.
Yeah.
It's quite easy to find people to talk to about it, but I think I'm at an age where a lot of people, in my immediate circle of friends, don't watch it or stopped watching it in the recent history. There's a couple of colleagues I have who we talk about it and they still watch it, but we're at that point where it's like you and I have spoken about when you want to discuss television, you go to the internet now, you go to Twitter, you go to forums, and you connect with like-minded people who enjoy something you enjoy online, and it's a wonderful thing. It means you get to meet people from all over the place and all walks of life, and you share a common interest. And there used to be a podcast very similar to this one, and I forget the name. Summer Bays it was called, as in bay.
As in bay, yeah.
B-A-E. I listened to it. It sort of started during lockdown. I was listening to it. The host and creator of that announced that she was stopping it. She was going on to other things and she was no longer going to continue. And I thought, I'm really going to miss this podcast. I'm really going to miss, hearing somebody else's thoughts, you know. And I did genuinely enjoy sort of tuning in every week. So I thought, why not do it myself? I had no idea, I just thought I'll look it up and see what happens. And there we go. That's how it came about.
And the rest is history. Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. So did you find anything so I guess that you didn't know what to expect when you first started it. So did you find anything surprising, or did anything kind of, catch you unawares as you went on this journey, I guess?
Not really. So I mean, it wasn't like I'm going to do a podcast, grab a microphone and let's just go. There was weeks and weeks of sort of, do I want to do it? Do I have the confidence to do it? I'm not naturally that type of person, and then it was a bit like, if I put it out there, what if someone hears it? Like, oh God, an actual person might listen. So there was, once I got over all that in my own mind, I then found it surprisingly easy. Was probably the most surprising thing, unexpected thing, I would say, because I've no equipment, I've no way of, at the time, no way of, how do you even do this? You know what I mean? Like, how do people do this? So, and obviously, we found apps and tools and things that helped us do this very easy. So that was surprising. And then I suppose that people actually found it and actually enjoyed it was probably the biggest surprise of all, I would say.
That's good. Well, there's a lot of people that definitely found it and definitely enjoy it. So you're doing something right. Definitely. Ooh.
It's people talking about stuff. And I don't think we do much of it these days. We sit and watch telly on our phones, and that sort of gogglebox type conversation doesn't really happen. So if we're all online now, we live lives online, so that conversation needs to happen online. So podcasts are ideal for it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. And it gets people talking, that we put the podcast out and then share that on Twitter, don't we? And we get people coming to us on the hashtag, then starting another conversation. So it kicks off conversations with other people, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah, and then suddenly, before you know it, you've got this little community of people chatting about home and away. It's bonkers, but really enjoyable at the same time. I'm sure you'll share similar feelings about it.
Absolutely, it's my favorite bit about it as well, because like you, I didn't have anybody in real life to talk about it. I'd sit on my sofa and I'd talk to my dog and say, I can't believe you just said that, and my dog just snores at me. So it's nice to get online and find other people that do watch it.
Absolutely. And look, you're absolutely right. Sorry to cut you off there, but look at us, you and I, through doing this, have and I suppose that is, again, it comes under that umbrella of most surprising things along the way, is I've found a great friend in you, which would never have happened had it not been for this sort of medium,
True.
And you mentioned it on your conversation yesterday, actually last week. You were saying, the best thing is about this whole thing has been us getting to know each other, and and we do we're home and away mad. That is what this does. And it's a wonderful thing. That's a bit good shit, isn't it?
Well, that was going to bring me on to my next question, because my next question was going to be, what's like your favorite moment or your favorite memory of doing the podcast, or not even just doing the podcast, but you do all the social media accounts as well, because you're on Instagram and Twitter. What would you say was your highlight of the podcast and all the social media that you do?
I don't know if I could pick one. Obviously, we've just mentioned that you joining the show is up there, absolutely. And I think we've made a better show for it. I think we became the podcast is different now at this 12-month mark than it was at month 1, and it was always going to be, whatever happened. But I think we've got a good thing going, and I enjoy your company.
You're my
both
new
on and off.
BFF now,
Yeah, I
whether
know,
you like
same.
it or not.
both on and off the podcast, like just constant. So there's that, you know, and so definitely that. There's been some other moments as well. You know that moment. You know, we've not really ones for statistics, are we? With this, we're doing this for the, you know, for doing it. You know,
yeah.
But there's been times when I've had like a little notification telling me you've hit a few milestones on your downloads. You know, 2,000 downloads, 3,000 downloads, and you just think, wow, you know, we're not just talking to the abyss. You know, people are listening, and you know, and
thank you.
Yes, thank you, but they're listening time and time again. So we've got friends with us, coming with us on it, which is just mad that people enjoy listening. I mean, I have the worst voice ever.
You
But,
don't. You don't.
Nobody likes listening to their voice back, do they? But you know,
I sound like an extra from Peaky Blinders. So you know, if you talk about bad voices, I think I win.
Honestly, I can't even describe what I think I sound like. But you know, so I think the first time we got one of those little milestones was another moment where you sort of sit back and you go, so I'm, you know, I am doing this for other people. You know, there's other people out there. Yeah, and I suppose another one, you know, would be when we had a guest on. You know, who a listener turned guest. Maka, he came on and wanted to get involved, just reached out and wanted to get involved, which was humbling, you know. And he said some nice things. So there's been a few moments. The best one would be definitely you coming on and us making a great friendship.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't fishing.
Sister from another mister. You know the answer.
I wasn't fishing, genuinely. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, anyway, sorry. I'm like
You're stuck here
again.
now. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's all good. So let's get on to Home and Away then. So we talked about why you started the podcast. So what is your earliest Home and Away memory, or why did you start watching Home and Away? Do you remember how long ago was that?
I was trying to think about this because I asked you the same question and I thought it'll probably come back.
Predictable.
So being the youthful one on the podcast, being younger.
All right. Just get the face cream out.
My memory is going to be later than your Bobby memory. So although being super fan, so I don't know how you, so maybe this is right for you, tell me if it's not, but you know, things that you don't remember watching or things that perhaps happened before your time watching the show, you then obviously as a super fan you watch things back, you know, and then it sort of blurs your memory then because you're like, was that, did I see that or did I not? So my earliest memory is sitting on the floor of my Auntie Bev's house because she picked us up from school, from primary school. So, and it was CITV programs which went straight into Home and Away, basically. Is how I ended up hooked on it. And so, you know, my earliest memories are sort of late 90s, mid to late 90s, Shane and Angel era. Jessie, Vinny, all that stuff. The opening titles was like the big sign on the beach. The big square sign, you know. That's etched in my memory on the TV.
Love that. That's a really good era as well. That's such a good era to start watching Home and Away, I think. Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the show was huge. I think it was probably past its highest point then. I mean, I was born 1889, so I was born the year after the show started. So you know, obviously I've not seen it from day one. You can on Amazon.
I know. I need to get on Amazon and watch it from the start. I think I'm going to love that. I need to block out like some time because there's quite a lot of episodes on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good era. You know, we talk about classic era. It's
Yeah.
definitely in that space.
Yeah, when we talk about on the last episode, we talked about classic and modern, didn't we? And we kind of gave it a cut-off point, didn't we, of 2010. So anything that happened before 2010, we're kind of calling classic, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So would that be your sort of classic defining era, or the when you started watching it, or was there a time after that that you were like, this is Home and Away at its best? What's your sort of best storyline of what we call classic Home and Away?
Okay. I have to pick one storyline, have I?
Or a couple, or a character, or something that says classic to you. When you were watching it back in the day.
So yeah, so classic. You think of Home and Away of old, don't you? As you say, we're putting a pin on 2010, which feels too modern, but then you remember we're in 2022 now.
I know. Oh yeah.
And okay, so when I was absolutely mad hooked, like watched it over and over and over, the same episode, was definitely the noughties period.
Yes.
Danny, the Sutherlands, Danny, the Kane, thing that all went on. I remember that when the opening titles went blue and digital fishies, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is so modern!"
Dude.
And then slowly but surely, as the noughties went on, you only sporadically got an opening title. Oh, that used to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
And then obviously that was when, so I was in my teenage years, so of course you're more engaged with soaps at that point, or we were.
Yeah.
Of our age.
We only had like 4 or 5 channels. It was a big deal, wasn't it? And no streaming and no internet and all that sort of stuff. It was like you'd rush home from school, wouldn't you, and just put Home and Away on. You would. That was your routine, wasn't it?
So followed by whatever else was on. So the noughties, Sally getting stabbed over and over, Flynn, that whole thing. I'm trying to think of a defining storyline from that moment. It's got to be the stalker. That the whole show was there some sort of reboot or something? The whole show just got very, very dangerous.
It did
during those sort of 2003, 2004 time, and I couldn't get enough of it.
There was a lot of the crystal meth storyline, wasn't it? And they kept coming about tweakers and the stalker storyline, and that's when it started to get a bit darker, didn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember the cult believers thing with Robbie and
Tasha?
I loved all that.
Yeah, when they found her in the bush and she only spoke pig Latin, and they were trying to work out who she was, and then she ended up being related to what's the name? She ended up being related to Angie, didn't she?
That's right. Do you know? Did she get pregnant or something? Were they trying to get her pregnant?
Yes, the cult was trying to get her pregnant.
Yeah. Not Angie.
Yeah. No, not Angie. I think she was probably a bit long in the tooth by then.
And do you remember Belle's mum? What was she called?
Oh.
Blonde hair. I can hear her voice now. Her awful grating voice.
I can see her face in my head. Yeah.
She had an amazing set because she was like a big Hollywood director, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And she sort of came to town and she was sort of conning the whole town into them thinking that there was going to be a Hollywood film shot there. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. Gosh, that was so
She had an amazing house. Her set.
Yeah.
So you look back on it, it's a bit rose tinted spectacles, but all that stuff was when I was completely on it. And that we're classing that as classic, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What about then? So post 2010, what we're calling the modern era of Home and Away. What's sort of been your one of your best storylines, or your best, I don't know, introduction of a character for the newbies?
Well, thankfully you chose Braxton, so now the pressure's off for me, right? Because it's one of those, like, if we ignore the Braxton,
sorry,
the world will come for us. So I'm glad you did it, because it means I'm off the hook.
worry, don't hold it against me. Well, do hold them against me. Hold them all against me. I love it.
Tightly. So isn't it weird how you remember the older stuff more?
You do, yeah,
So
you do.
some of the storylines that stick out to me are Rocco's cot death.
Oh gosh,
I
yes.
suppose that's Braxton related. That
Yeah.
sticks in my mind a bit because Bianca was a big favourite of mine.
Yeah.
And her getting involved with the Braxtons,
Yeah.
sort of she sort of softened Heath, didn't she? So and they
Yeah.
had the baby and Rocco, and so that was sad. And
Yeah.
that sticks
Yeah.
with me as I'm gonna say enjoyable. It's a weird thing to describe that kind of
I know. Yeah.
storyline.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And also the arrival of the Estonis for me was I would say was exciting, but also memorable in that
Yeah.
we'd never had this sort of nuclear family, I'm air quoting,
Yeah.
for a long time. You know,
Yeah.
Home and Away is about broken people, broken families, broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you go there for solace and running away from something. You know,
Yeah.
these were man and wife, 2 kids. There's
Yeah.
nothing. There's no story. It was an attempt at bringing a proper family to the Bay, wasn't it? So I was quite excited for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess in terms of big storyline, now I do slag this off, so you're going to think, why has he said this?
Okay.
I slag it off quite often.
Okay.
But from long-term Home and Away fans will appreciate what I'm about to say. You know the retcon of Martha. So the explosion at this gas pipe.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alf and Rue down the hole.
The hole. Yeah.
Martha's still
And the
alive.
confession. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously that was a big
Yeah.
30th anniversary
Yeah.
expose. And as much as I keep saying how ridiculous it is, what have they done to Alf? And I'm always slagging it off.
And how they desecrated Elsa's memory.
I know.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sticks out to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a defining moment within the last decade.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't. It's one of those. Whatever your opinion is, you can't ignore it. It was a massive ripples then across the community.
Like a
Definitely in the Stuarts.
huge rewrite of something that went right back to the first episode, isn't it? Really, it's such a massive.
Well, it preludes the first episode, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because
it does. Yeah.
First episode, Alf's selling his house because his wife's died, and and Rue was a right madam.
Yeah.
Because she lost her mum.
Yeah.
And it was explained that that's why she.
Yeah.
Was a madam having children as a teenager
and getting involved with the wrong kind of blokes. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yes,
I'm sure there are others, but
yeah,
we'll be here all night.
I know. I've literally just dropped it on you as well, so it was a really good answer to come up with off the top of your head as well. So
you just got to think of things that come to your mind because they come to your mind for a reason, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Rocco's death was a bit left field there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to say that one, I'll be honest. But yeah, it does, like you say, it sticks in the memory. It's one of those, modern storylines that you remember, don't you?
What year was Irene's cancer? Forget it. No, we'll be here all night. It's all right.
No, it's gonna make me sad. I don't remember actually, but it was a while ago, wasn't it? I think it was modern Home and Away, post 2010, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
She was done and in remission within about a week, but
thank God, because I couldn't have handled that. That was too much. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but I mean, any moment Irene on the grog, classic or not.
Oh yeah,
gotta love it.
Got it. So you gave me a question on the last episode, and you asked me what my 5 wishes were. So I'm going to turn the question back on you now and say,
"Ooh,
My five. What are your my five?
my five.
Your my.
Um, and is this same rules apply? It can be show,
it
it
could
can
be
be podcast.
anything. So anything home and away related for the next coming year. So it could be podcast, it could be storyline, it could be character, anything you like.
Okay, cool. So so my fifth one, it's a bit of a cop out because I know I'm confident in the outcome, but my wish for the sort of next 12 months is to continue enjoying this.
Yeah.
As much as I have done, and I can't see that changing, to be honest. It's hard, Yaka, but it doesn't feel like it because we enjoy it so much. So I'm confident that will happen.
Yeah.
So that is a bit of a cop out, but that fills a spot. Four, it would be nice to hear some different voices on the podcast.
Yes.
We can work on that, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's great that people want to come on. So it'd be nice to hear some different voices. I think for the show, okay, so am I allowed to say I want Ryder to change his mind and stay?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
It's wishes. You can wish whatever you like.
I think
he could go away and come back again, couldn't he?
Yeah, but he won't. I think long term, I'd like Marilyn and John to find their way back to each other again.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
I'd love to see that. We're getting a lot of new characters, and we're in a bit of a weird place this year, aren't we? In terms of, so it's hard to say what I want because I've not given them enough of a chance yet.
Yeah.
I'd like Mac to actually be happy because whenever she's in a relationship, it's always bad. I want this whole business sorted out, and I'd like to see her in a dress and just, kids.
You
family.
mean a white dress? Walking down an aisle.
Yeah. Because I think she'd make a right bridezilla.
Oh God, she'd be horrible.
And the show is 35 next year.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'd like a killer cliffhanger.
Ooh.
I'd like some sort of. We talked about the classic home and away stock. I'd like something like that. I've thought of a new storyline that stuck out post 2010.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. Let's answer all these questions in one. Do you remember the whole Who Shot Charlotte?
Of course.
And they film 7 different endings, and it involves everybody.
Yeah.
I want one of them again.
Yes.
I'm trying to work it out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work the clues out. I'm trying to piece things together. I'm really getting involved in it. I'd like one of them for the 35th year, if anyone's listening.
Ooh, yeah.
And you've not already plotted it. I've got one more, have I? I've got one more.
I think so, yeah.
What?
Yes, you got one more.
Trying to think.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think you're right that we're not quite. We're in a sort of an in-betweeny sort of stage at the moment, aren't we? Where we're not getting fully invested in a lot of the characters, and some of them are leaving. So it feels like a bit of a sea change at the moment. So it's hard to imagine what's going to happen in the next year or so.
Yeah, and historically in the past, this is the part of when I've not really enjoyed the show. When I've sort of felt a bit like, oh, this is a bit of a chore because I need to be invested in the characters, me. So it'll be interesting to see how I react on future podcasts, really, with sort of what I'm liking. I tell you what I would like to say. I want a new diner, and I think we've got the chance to get one.
Yes,
that's going to be my last wish. The coffee cart's not cutting it.
I think a brand new business would be good, actually. Now I'm thinking about it, like somewhere that some people can have a job, because there doesn't seem to be many places in the Bay. They need
bring the shop back.
Need a new set. Oh, the general store. Yes.
Bring that back. Yes.
Yeah.
Good shout, Sophie. Yeah.
It's not even my go, and I'm already telling it. pulling her in. But I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think we need a new set to look at, don't we?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Right, I've got two little games, I guess, for you now. One of them is very quick. So you've heard of Snog, Marry, Avoid, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Well,
okay, right. I'm ready.
I'm changing it up. And I'm calling it Keep, Kill, Come Back.
Oh, I love it.
So catchy. I couldn't think of a third thing that started with a K, so Come Back was the nearest I could get to with the K sound. So you get to keep one of your current characters that's on the screen now indefinitely. Who would you choose?
Okay. Madeline.
Good shout. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And then you get to kill.
Am I on the time limit here? No, go on. Sorry, just
No,
say the first one that comes to mind, do I?
Just the first reaction. If you want to change your mind, you can. But yeah, just go with your gut. Go with your gut.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're going to kill a current character now. Get rid of them. Who are we going to get rid of?
Chloe.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, I agree. And then
actually,
yeah.
Can I change that? Because everyone wants her dead, so that's not really a surprise.
Well, you're going to shock me now, aren't you?
Do you know what I think they should do?
Yeah.
They should do something really, really shocking.
Oh no.
And take out someone.
And then who?
Like, dare I say?
Oh God. Scared.
John, maybe.
You're gonna kill John.
That could be the whodunit.
Oh my God.
Who popped John? No, go on.
Okay,
I'll leave it that way. But
if you're listening, writers, don't listen to it.
It would be nice for it not to be a guest character every now and then. Really tie with us.
I don't think I could lose John.
Okay, it's Chloe then. Lock Chloe in.
Oh, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. It would be a good storyline, but I don't think I can cope with him not being around.
You'd get over it.
I know, but I don't want to.
John, nothing like that would happen because John's place in the Bay now is the gossip. He's the news traveller. He's got a real important purpose, so it's not going to happen. Yeah. But it would be interesting, like if they dared to ever do that with one of those.
Do you know who I would?
Go on.
And again, it's would they? Well, I don't think they would. I'd get rid of Rue.
Yeah, that would be shocking.
But not because I want rid of her. I'd actually really like Rue, but I can imagine that causing a real drama.
Yeah, there'd be so much fallout from that.
Yeah.
Martha might even have to come back. There could be an opportunity to bring Martha back.
We can have double Marthas.
Yeah. So, do you know what I mean? It gives a bit more story, but yeah.
But she'd live on as a kidney in old Martha forever.
The immortal man. Yeah.
Sorry. What am I about? Right. So that was Keep, Kill, Come Back. And now we're going to play favourites. So
wait, have I done a comeback?
Oh no, you didn't do Come Back. No, we didn't do Come Back. Do again. Come back. Who would you want to return? Past character that's no longer in the show. Who would you like to see come back? Even if it's for a short episode or a long storyline.
The obvious is Sally F, isn't it?
Obviously, yeah. Love to see her back in the Bay. Yeah.
Do you know what? I think we will see it eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sally F. Obviously.
Cool. There we go then. Right, now I'll do my actual next game.
Next game.
That really was Keep, Kill, Come Back. And now we're going to play favourites. So, on the last episode, you had a list of all the sort of top families, classic families of all time in Home and Away. I'm doing the same kind of thing. So I went to nowtolove.com.au.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the date for this as well, because this is important. So this was actually a list that was compiled by nowtolove.com.au in March 2020. So that gives you an idea of who might be on this list. So it's
Okay.
2 years ago. Couldn't find a more up-to-date one. And what they've done is they've compiled what I will call a controversial top 20 best home and away characters of all time.
Of all time.
Of all
Okay.
time. And I'm saying controversial because I'm not necessarily agreeing with the full list. So they've got 20 characters on this list, which they say are the best home and away characters of all time. But I'm not going to make you do all 20. So I think if you can get 10 of them, and I'll give you 3 strikes like you gave me on the last game.
Okay. So
how do you
pretty
feel?
much, yeah. Okay. And I can get any 10 within the 20. Yeah.
Yes, any 10 within the 20. Yeah.
Now, if the family's list that I gave you was anything to go by from the same website, this is going to be a right shocker. So
it's controversial.
Okay.
Some of it.
Of all time, I mean, honestly, and this is so subjective. And they've March 2020. So
some of them are still here, by the way. So there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters that are still in the bay now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first of all with Alf. You've got
Yeah.
to. Let's get some of the big hitters out.
Of course, he is the big hitter. Okay, let's have a look at the list, and he is, drum roll please, number 1.
Yes.
Number 1
Come on, Alf.
Of course.
Okay, continuing my big hitter theme, I'm going to go with Sally F.
Sally F. Where are you on the list? Drum roll, please.
Oh, come on. She's got to be in the top 20. Come on.
Ooh, is she though? She is Sally in the list. Yes, of course she's in the list. She's number 2.
She's number 2, yeah. the prodigal father and daughter of the bay. Pippa.
Pippa. Is Pippa on the list? Drum roll. Yes, Pippa's on the list. Pippa's number 6.
Okay, Pippa's not done too bad there, my girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one, I'm thinking it's a gamble. However, I had the prior knowledge of your experience last week. Yesterday. So, I'm gonna go Daryl Braxton.
Daryl Braxton, top best home away character of all time.
Yeah, in March 2020. Yeah, go on.
Oh, number 4. You're right. He's number 4.
What? He's above Pippa.
Yes.
Like Mother Teresa herself.
Yeah, number 4.
Absolutely
I think there was a
ludicrous.
lot of thirsty people that put this list together, but there we go.
That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna say Rue Stewart.
Rue Stewart. Is Rue on the list? Yes, she's number 15.
Really?
Yeah, 15 of 20.
Okay, and she's probably had more screen time than most of these.
Yes.
Over the years.
So just to recap, then you've now got 5 of your 10, and you've got all your lives. So you're doing really well. Much better than I did with the familias.
Well, unless I literally blow my lives now and then we draw, like it could still happen because you got 5, didn't you?
I think so. Yeah.
Call yourself a friend.
I know. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm still kicking myself after the Sutherlands. I'm still like, you're joking. I can't believe I forgot them.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Marilyn Chambers.
Marilyn Chambers. Is she on the list? Ooh, number 11. Number
11. Okay. Still, Brax.
I know. Number 4.
Compared to some of these, compared to Rue and Marilyn, he was in it for like a hot minute.
Very, very hot minute.
Okay, so things are starting to get a bit. Elsa.
Elsa. Ooh. Okay, let's have a look for Elsa. Is Elsa on the list? Ooh, number 18.
Oh, blimey.
Come on down.
Sweating a bit now. She's only just made it to 18. Mind you, March 2020, people have, like you say, depending on who's some of these characters, you know, like Elsa, half of the people they question may not have even been alive.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know who's
scary thing. Yeah,
that's 7. You've got 7, and you still got 3 lives.
Okay, so I can afford to do a risky one, can't I?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Shane Parrish.
Oh, Shane. Oh, my fave. Oh, love him. Is Shane on the list? Drum roll, please. Number 14.
Number 14, Shane.
Yeah. Above Rue. Rue was number 15, and Elsa was number 18.
Who's this number 5?
Number 5? Oh yes, between Daryl and Pippa.
Yeah.
This one I wasn't
That's
sure.
the one
Wasn't sure about this one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to get.
I wouldn't have got it in a million years, but there we go.
Okay, Irene.
Irene
Roberts.
Irene is on the list.
Mind you. Oh, did she? I was going to say, mind you, half the world hated her for 12 years.
Irene, yeah, but it's yeah, I guess it's the most classic, you know, top classic. And she is Home and Away. Number 7 is Irene.
Oh, okay.
So you've got 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 11, 14, 15, and 18.
Who's third most popular Home and Away character?
You've got 9.
So I just need one more, don't I?
Yeah.
Don Fisher.
Donald Fisher shoots with Donald Fisher. Flathead.
Flathead, yeah.
Is Flathead on the list?
I mean, most popular. I mean, we're using that term loose. But...
Ooh, Flathead is on the list.
Yes.
He's number 12. Would you believe?
It's the sweep above Rue.
Above Rue. Above Rue and above Dieter Brummer.
Madness. Who answered this? But however,
and that's your 10. You got 10 out of 10.
3 lives. Check
3 lives. Do you want to try your luck and carry on?
Honestly, I was getting a bit
sweaty.
I was struggling a bit. Who would I have maybe gone through? I might have plumped with another Braxton, maybe Heath. Would he have been on there?
Heath isn't on the only Braxton on the list is Brax.
Is Brax. Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah. Do you want to know who the gaps are?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so we had number 1, which was Alf, which you got. Number 2 was Sally, which you got. Number 3, you're going to kick yourself. Leah.
Oh, bloody hell, I forgot all about her.
Leah's number 3, of course.
Leah is more popular of all time than Mother Teresa herself.
Yeah, number 3.
Madness.
Leah is why popular. I was like, this list gets a bit more fishy as we go. So let's okay. Yeah. So number 4 you got that was Brax. Number 5, the one between Brax and Pippa. I'm not sure about this one at all. Angel Parrish.
Okay.
Angel Parrish. Wasn't sure about that one.
I might have gone for her if I was struggling, if I lost a life.
Yeah.
Because Shane did so well, maybe.
Yeah, but Shane was number 14, and then Angel number 5. I didn't realise she was that popular.
No.
Interesting. And then we had Pippa at number 6, which you got.
Yeah.
Number 7 was Irene. Absolutely, you got that one as well. Number 8, Haley. Haley Wilson, Noah's wife. Yeah.
I'd have said Noah over her, actually.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Number 8. Yeah,
They named the
interesting.
blooming bar after him.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yes. Number 9. This is when I think the thirsty people started to vote. Number 9 is Kim Hyde, or as we know him, Thor.
Yeah.
Number
Hammer.
10, Hammer. Number 10 is Vinnie Patterson.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
Vinny. So yeah, he'd be on my list as well. Oh, for so many reasons. Number 11 is Marilyn, which you got.
Mm-hmm.
Number 12 was Flathead, which you got, Donald Fisher. Number 13, out of the left field, Emma Jackson, which was Danny Minogue's character.
Give over. She was in about 6 months.
I know. Elsa's niece. Number 13 on the list of top best home and away characters of all time.
Absolutely.
Not sure.
Do you know what? That's an insult to every other character. Do you know what it is? It's because Danny Minogue's in the public eye.
Yeah.
So she's always asked about it. So they just know she was on Home and Away.
Yeah.
Got to be. Because the character herself wasn't that. Okay, she
wasn't that memorable, was she?
She was like daytime soap operas attempt at a goth, weren't she?
Yeah, like she was meant to be kind of a tomboy, a bit like Bobby, I guess, like a later Bobby, like a bit of a punk, bit of a tomboy. Yeah. And
I don't agree with that at all.
She came to the Bay because she was a bit of a naughty girl, so that fits the old.
And I don't know who does it. Every couple of years, there's like it blows up online about Danny Minogue says she'll return to Home and Away. I don't know who does it, for publicity or whatnot, but
it
happens all the time, doesn't it? So it's probably in people's conscience.
Yeah, definitely.
But we don't agree.
I don't agree. No, I wouldn't say best top character or whatever, but there we go. Number 14 you got, which was Shane Parrish. You also got number 15, which was Rue Stewart. Number 16, though, you just mentioned him actually, is Romeo Smith.
Oh, yeah. Really, though?
Yeah.
You'd have put like Lance or something above him.
Yeah.
If we were picking like young men characters.
Yeah, like I say, I think a lot of these are young, attractive men, aren't they?
Yeah.
Could be wrong. There's a few obviously attractive ladies on the list as well, but yeah. Number 17 was Charlie Buckton.
Okay, yeah. She was popular.
Yeah. Technically, I guess she was a Braxton, but she wasn't really, was she? So I don't class her as a Braxton.
Although she's the first copper on the list. So
she is. You're right. Yeah.
Is she there for the best copper? Most popular copper ever?
Yeah.
That's a question, isn't it?
That is a question. Yeah, and it's March 2020, so we're still last 2 years don't count, but yeah, she could be the most popular copper of the Bay.
Yeah, well, I can't see Cash being more popular than
no, not
Charlie
really.
Buckton.
No. Number 18 you got, which was Elsa Stewart. Number 19. Oh, I wasn't sure about this one. Ricky Sharp. What?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, what? Is this a Braxton hanger offer again? Because obviously Brax was a very popular character. I didn't love him and Ricky together. I know they had a baby and it was all happy and all that, but I didn't.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't get it at all.
No, I was reeling off Charlie and him anyway.
Yeah, me too.
No, that major
ship. It was too soon.
It just wasn't the same since.
It wasn't the same, no. And then the final one on our list, number 20, is Martha Mackenzie. So Rue's daughter.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll accept that. Just creeping him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Top 20. You did really well. You got 10.
That was fun.
10 out of 20.
That was probably a little easier than yours, though.
Because
I had 20.
Possibly, but I did want to talk about it because I did think there were a few
that
I wouldn't necessarily agree with on that list.
I am going to be reeling about that Emma Jackson placement for ages.
Emma Jackson. And can we just say, right, she's number 13, so she's above Shane, Rue, Romeo, Charlie, Ailsa. Like, what?
Yeah, that's just nuts.
It's nuts.
Just something's gone wrong there in the algorithm or something.
Oh, well done.
Thank you very much. Oh, I enjoyed that.
Yes. Are you sweating now? I'm sweating. I'm not even answering the questions.
Oh. Our first anniversary giveaway is underway on Twitter now. You can win exclusive merch and free Spotify Premium. Head to Coastal News Pod on Twitter now for details on how you can enter. You never know, you might just win. Happy anniversary.